Hello everyone, I'm Simple Batra here from Simple Digital School. I hope all of you are very well and doing very well in your studies also. So dear students, today we'll talk about database models, or which are also known as data models, DBMS models, and the same is also known as types of databases. Since there are multiple models for databases or DBMS, we'll be discussing one by one each and every model in the different lectures. Otherwise, you will get confused with the multiple data models studied in the one lecture only, right? So, before I move on, I must tell each one of you that where this particular topic or lecture is usable. For all the students who are studying DBMS in BTech, BCA, MCA, moreover, all the students of Management Information Systems or Information Systems Management of GJS IPU University, this is a part of Unit 2. I have tried to do the justice with each and every topic so that you can relate it with each other. So, why database models are important to study? We'll start from this point and we'll start with the multiple models and the first model today. Before I move on, those who are new to the channel, we have multiple lecture series. In the description box, you will get the complete playlist links. So let's start. Why database models? Why is it essential to study the database models while developing any software or developing any information systems? This we must understand, because when we talk about information systems, it means we are developing the computerized system for any organization to get each and every task automated within the organization. And that automated system in itself is called as a software, right? So, data को manage करने के लिए we have database management systems as a part of information systems. So, different information systems need to store different kind of data. This we know. Database models helps us to keep track of entities, attributes and their relationships existing in any information system to be developed. Now, we should know that when we talk about any information system or any software, we try to represent the objects of the real world through those systems. For example, अगर हमें एक गेमिंग एप्लीकेशन डेवलप करनी है या गेमिंग का सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप करना है, so there we have a car racing done online. So car is an object, and any object existing in the real world is known as entity here. Correct? And what are its attributes? Attributes refer to all those properties of that particular object existing in the real world. Here, अगर मैं कार की बात करूं, तो कार की अपनी physical properties हैं, जिसे हम कहते हैं attributes. For example, a car can be of particular color. A car is having a red color. A car is having a particular engine number. A car is having a particular chassis number. Correct? So ये सब उसकी physical properties हैं, जिसे हम कहते हैं attributes, और car यहाँ पर है हमारी entity. Correct? Now car is running on the road. So car और road दोनों का relationship यहाँ पर show हो रहा है in any of the game. That is called as entities, attributes and relationships. So कोई भी database model उन entities को, attributes को और उनके बीच में existing relationships को develop करने में और show करने में help करता है. So that is why data models are important. It can give the complete overview of DBMS system after its complete implementation. Any of the database model can actually show कि जब वो पूरा implement हो जाएगा information system, तो उसका जो DBMS होगा उसका कैसा structure होगा, how it will look like and how it will be usable. Data models are used to show how data is stored, how data is connected, how data is accessed and updated in the database management system. Any of the data model can represent कि कैसे डेटा को स्टोर किया जाएगा, उसमें कैसे डेटा को आपस में कनेक्ट किया जाएगा, रिलेट किया जाएगा, कैसे हम डेटा को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, डेटा को रिट्रीव कर सकते हैं, डेटाबेस में से ओपन कर सकते हैं और कैसे उसमें अपडेशंस कर सकते हैं टाइम टू टाइम. So that is why data models are important. What is a database model in actual? A data model describes the structure of a database, providing the essential abstraction to the system, hiding details and focus on only functionality of a database applications. Now here, most important point when we talk about here is abstraction. एक software है जो कि develop हो रहा है या हो गया है, means हम उस पे focus करेंगे उसकी major functionality पे, main functionality पे और hide कर देंगे उसकी other unnecessary details को which are not essential for the user. So a data model aims to describe the entire structure of a database कि कैसे उसमें data store होगा, कैसे multiple entities store होंगी और entities के properties जिसे हम attributes कहते हैं और उसके relationships को भी. But major aspect of any data model is to focus on the main functionality, hiding the unnecessary details from the user to not make the user confused. Structure of a database includes, one is data types, कि एक डेटा को हम स्टोर कैसे करेंगे, किस तरीके से वो डेटा किस टाइप से स्टोर किया जाएगा, relationships of that data store, constraints of the data store, that is the conditions which are put on any data which is stored, basic operations for specifying retrievals and updates. Now what is here retrieval and update? Basic operations, it means एक database में कैसे एक नया record enter किया जाएगा, किसी भी record को delete किया जाएगा या किसी भी record में changes किए जा सकेंगे. A number of models for data representation have been developed. The models differ in their method of representing the association amongst the entities and attributes. Now what happens कि अलग-अलग data models are used to represent the different kind of data structures within the DBMS. फर्क क्या है अलग-अलग data models में? In the way in which they represent the various entities of the system, their connection in between the system and their attributes. Each model has a certain processing advantages and certain business advantages, which we'll be discussing in the coming up lectures. Today, we'll be talking about this hierarchical DBMS model, which is highlighted in the red color. We can discuss all the models in a one lecture also, but it is advisable to go one by one, not to get confused. That is why today we'll be discussing the hierarchical DBMS model. The rest of network, relational and object-oriented DBMS or data models we'll be discussing in the coming up sessions. So, what is a hierarchical model? As the name suggests, hierarchy. Hierarchy means in the different levels arranged data. In a hierarchical data model, data elements are organized into tree-like structure. All the data elements are arranged in a tree-like structure here. Again, the highest level of a tree is a single node called as a root node. As we have a tree का जो root होता है, that is the main processing area. So here also the tree has a one single node which is called as a root node and which shows the highest level of tree. The hierarchy starts from this root data and it expands like a tree, adding child nodes to the parent nodes further. As we have a tree के अलग-अलग branches होते हैं. Similarly here, जैसे जैसे levels add होते जाते हैं, child nodes add होते जाते हैं. It takes a structure of a complete tree. This we'll see through an example in the coming up slides also. To the user, each record looks like an organizational chart with a top level segment called as a root. For any particular user, पूरा का पूरा structure एक organizational chart की तरह दिखता है, जहां पर top level पर जो एक node है, that is called as a root node, and the upper node is connected logically to the lower node in a parent-child relationship. सबसे ऊपर वाला जो node है, that is called as a upper node. उसके नीचे जो next node उससे connected होगा logically connection में, that is called as a child node or a lower node, and it is called as a parent-child relationship. Any parent node can have more than one child, but a child can have only a one parent. It is like a common family system जहां पर एक parent के multiple children होते हैं, but one child can have only one parent. Again, the parent to a child relationship in a tree is thus one-to-many relationship. A single parent can have many children, that is one-to-many relationship, but child to parent relationship is only one-to-one. Right? जब हम object oriented model पे आएंगे, there will be discussing a complete entity relationship diagrams also in very much detail through the proper examples. Parent-child relationship is shown by drawing a line or an edge or a link between the parent and child nodes. किसी भी level पर जहां भी एक parent और एक child का relationship हम signify करेंगे, that will be through a line, जिसे हम edge भी कहते हैं और link भी कहते हैं. A node that has no children is called a leaf. जो सबसे नीचे के nodes होते हैं, जहां पर उसके बाद there are no more children shown, उसे कहते हैं leaf nodes, right? Nodes that are children of a same parent are called as siblings. If a particular node has two child or two child nodes, they are referred to as siblings. They are called as siblings in a particular level. The height of a tree is the number of levels on the longest hierarchical path from the root to the leaf. Longest hierarchical path या height of a tree, what is this now? जो root node से लेकर leaf node तक के levels का count है, that is called as a length of a tree. We'll be showing all this through the example. Don't worry, but I have introduced you with the basic terms of this model first. Let's see the example. This is a college management system where you have a college at a level 1. Now, this is my root node. We call it a root node here. This is the beginning of a tree or the hierarchical model of a college management system. This is a level 2, जहां पर college is a parent node और उसके दो child nodes हैं. One is department, other is infrastructure. Similarly, here you have a level 3 and here you have a level 4. Now, this college is a root node. This is second level or second child. This is third child and so on. यहाँ पर department and infrastructure, they both are the siblings. और यहाँ पर course, teachers, students, they three are siblings at a particular level and they all are children to the department node. Again, theory and labs. they are the child nodes at a level 4 and they are the child nodes of course particular node. So you can see here कि कैसे levels में the entire data elements have been organized. At a root node, college का data पूरा, department or infrastructure are child nodes of college. Again, departments में there can be different courses, different teachers and different students. Correct? And they three are child nodes of a department. Here, in a course which is of a level 3, course can be of theory types and lab types, both here. Now, important things to understand here. These all are entities. College is a one entity existing in the real world और college का अपना नाम होगा, location होगा. These are all the attributes to it or the properties to it. Again, parent node के multiple children हो सकते हैं. So this is a one-to-many relationship. But one child can have a relation to a one parent, that is a one-to-one relationship here. So there are two kinds of relationships existing. One is one-to-one, that is between a child to parent. Second is one-to-many, that is from parent to different children. Correct? Other part, यहाँ पर what is the height of this particular hierarchical model? यहाँ पर क्या height है? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a 4 levels. So यहाँ पर जो height है हमारी total वो हो जाएगी हमारी 4. So height is यहाँ पर 4. So we have understood what is an entity, what is a root node, what are child nodes, and what is the height of a particular hierarchical model. Moreover, what are the different kind of relationships? One to many and many to one existing in this model. Except this, we have also seen that these two here are the leaf nodes because इनके यहाँ पर further children नहीं है. So wherever is the last nodes जिसके बाद children नहीं होते हैं, they are called as a leaf nodes. जैसे कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का भी नीचे कोई फर्दर चाइल्ड नोड नहीं है, so this is also called as a leaf node. Now, what are the advantages of this particular model? First is simplicity. The relationship between various layers is logically and conceptually quite simple. Now, the design of a hierarchical model seems to be very simple to understand, layer by layer in a hierarchy organizational chart, right? Data is secure here. In the hierarchical model, it was the first data model which offered the data security, which is the main recommendation and which is enforced by the DBMS. So data security here is very important part. Now what is data integrity? To keep data in the same way throughout the model, throughout the various tables and the various databases of a DBMS system, which is also implemented here. Why? Because this model is based on a parent-child relationship. You can see here, there is always a link between a parent segment and the child segment under it, and the child segments are always connected to its parents. This model promotes the data integrity. Definitely, there are lines, edges or links through which parent and child is always connected to each other, so the data integrity is maintained. कुछ भी चेंज डेटा में अगर पेरेंट नोड में होगा तो वो चाइल्ड नोड तक पहुंचेगा, और अगर चाइल्ड नोड में कोई डेटा में चेंज आ रहा है, दैट वुड बी रिपोर्टेड टू द पेरेंट नोड, इंक्रीजिंग एंड प्रोमोटिंग द डेटा इंटीग्रिटी here. Now data sharing, it can be done at any level due to interlinking of the various levels. Definitely all the levels are interlinked, so down to up or up to down, data can be easily flowed or shared. Efficiency. Why? Because it contains the large number of 1 to n relationships here. You can see here, जितने ज़्यादा 1 to many relationships होंगे means एक parent के जितने ज़्यादा children होंगे, further एक children के आगे जितने ज़्यादा nodes होंगे. This way the relationships can be implemented maximally here, right? Now, hierarchical model disadvantages. What are they? Non-hierarchical relationships are difficult to relate or to be represented here in this model, so the model is inflexible. यहाँ पर अगर कोई भी हमारे पास ऐसे relationships हैं जो कि non-hierarchical है, means level wise हम show नहीं कर सकते हैं, so it is tough to represent here. It is a complex to design, develop and system through the hierarchical model. So the database designers should have a complete knowledge of all the data storage in the hierarchical model. The processing is sequential along the branches of the tree, thus it takes more time to access the nodes. Hierarchical model sequential flow है data का. So processing will be done in a sequential manner only. So it will take more time to process each and every node from the root node to the leaf node. So time थोड़ा ज़्यादा consume होगा. It requires extra storage space for the pointers from parents to the children. When we talk about data structures, जब हम इसका actual में implementation करते हैं तो data structures के through करते हैं. So we require more pointers, that means more extra storage space from linking parents to the children. Deletion of a parent node deletes its children nodes completely. Definitely this we have seen कि यहाँ पर जो single node है, जो हमारा parent node है, वो हमारा topmost element है, और अगर suppose that is deleted somehow, so the entire structure will be deleted at a one go. So the entire dependency of all the children nodes or all the levels is on the root node. Again, changes in the relationship are time consuming and expensive. Definitely अगर किसी level पर we have described कि one parent has a 3 children or the 3 child nodes, so at the end if we want to change it from 3 child nodes to 4 child nodes, it becomes very time consuming to go backtrack the entire tree sequentially and then make so many changes. It is time consuming and expensive too. Again, many to many relationship, which is common in the real life, is difficult to implement here. देखिए, we have said that there are 2 kinds of relationships which have been seen here. Parent का multiple children के साथ, multiple child nodes के साथ, that is called as one to many. और एक child का एक parent के साथ, that is one to one. But what about many to many? Means, for example, many students are taught by many teachers. एक BBA के कोर्स में 5 सब्जेक्ट 5 टीचर्स अगर पढ़ाते हैं, so that is many to many relationship. They are not easy to be shown in the hierarchical model here. So this is again a disadvantage of a hierarchical model. So we have covered the hierarchical model today here, and I hope all of you are able to relate कि अगर हम DBMS में hierarchical model के through implementation करते हैं, data elements की या data को store करते हैं, so what is the structure and how the data will be stored, what are its advantages and disadvantages. In the coming up session, in the next topic, we'll be discussing the network model, that is data model 2. Stay connected with us through the Simple Digital School. I'll wait for your comments. In case you are new to the channel, please subscribe it, share it and like the video also, so that we get motivated to do much better. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye. Take care.